Good morning. Don't judge me on my outfit or my hair or how I look or anything. I'm tired. I'm getting 20 bales of hay today. Josh is helping me out. And I'm getting ready to go feed April right now. I cleaned all this stuff out and made extra room here for when he comes. Believe it or not, this whole area will hold like 22 bales of hay.
Just recording just in case we get modeled.
Yep, the things we do for cheap hay. You're the best.
Things I do for my girlfriend.
He's the best. Red Bull is needed. We're loading this stuff by hand. So we have 2 hay hooks, Hope, and some gloves. Editing Mackenzie here. Hi, literally editing it right now. But I wanted to explain to you why this hay was so bad in the first place. And right at this moment that you had just watched until I bumped in, this is when I was starting to get worried because this stuff did not look like the picture. And he told me that it wasn't the same stuff as the picture, but it was similar and that my horse would like it. And I had explained to him thoroughly, like, hey, this is my horse, this is my situation, this is what I currently feed her now, and this is why I wanted the hay that you had listed, because this was my plan for it. And he lied to my face. And I didn't even know what the difference between annual and I believe it's pronounced perennial. If I'm wrong, sorry. And then when I did some research and I found out that annual and perennial, I'm just going to say both types of ryegrass hay, that both types of ryegrass hay can cause ryegrass staggers. And ryegrass staggers is when basically a fungus grows in like the grain head, and it's something that you can't see. It's not something that visually turns brown or bright red, like, hey, don't feed this. And it's something that basically you can only figure out if the hay has it if it's been tested. So when I got home and I started doing some more research on it, this is why I started to freak out. Because ryegrass staggers can kill horses. It doesn't really affect goats and chickens the same way based off of what I've researched. Do your own research. From what I looked into, that for goats, it's not that big of a deal. It just makes them drunk. You then just stop feeding it and it'll go away and it won't be a big problem. Anyway, back to the video. We did it.
Yeah.
Dude, you killed it. I think we're both out of breath. Alright, I probably look insane right now, but I just got the opportunity to take the big tractor and disc up the field. I'm very excited about that, getting a lot done today. I don't totally remember how to drive this tractor, so TJ's gonna have to give me a little bit of a refresh on that. But I've done it before, so I can do it again. So, exciting. Well, definitely not done, but here's why I stopped. It was going pretty good, but there is one wet spot, and I was kind of going next to it, not on it, and we're a little clogged up here. I decided I'm just gonna park it for right now and let my sister and her husband continue the rest, because I'm not super familiar with this tractor. I'm good with that other yellow one that's over there, not really this one. So, I mean, it's not that bad, because in low, it was going, and I was just trying to at least get it out, but I didn't trust myself to know the tractor well enough on this one. But at least with this dirt, how it is now, it's chunky, but it'll help it dry out some more, and we're not supposed to get much rain, and if we do get rain, it's all right, because this stuff will now dry way better now that it's turned up a little bit. And you can see it's already starting to dry out really nicely now that I've just been doing this. So we're gonna have to finish this one another day, but it's started, so I'm just happy about that because I've missed riding out here. Remember all that hay that I just got? Well, I got the wrong stuff and was uneducated and did not buy the right hay. And I'm gonna tell you why. But first, I'm gonna tell you it was $9 a bale. And honestly, like, I just thought it was gonna be some regular Joe grass hay based off of the pictures that he showed me. And then when I got there, it looked a lot different than the pictures. And so I asked him to like explain to me what this stuff is, because now I don't recognize it. And I trusted him when I should not have. Yeah. When we were there picking up the grass hay, I knew this stuff was different, and I told him this is not what you posted in the ad. But I didn't know anything about ryegrass hay. I only knew about this kind of stuff that my sister gets, which is like an orchard grass that's from the mountains. And that's what it looked like in the picture. And it obviously wasn't when we were there. So there's two different types of ryegrass. There's annual and perennial. I might be saying that wrong. I'll put it up on screen. But yeah. And one type has the grain and the other does have the grain, but from what I understand, it's a lot less mature and the stems of the grass are a lot more fine. Well, after some Googling, both types of ryegrass can get this, I think it's a bacteria or a fungal or something that can grow on it. I'm failing to deliver this eloquently, but I'm trying. It can get this bacteria that grows on it, and that can cause ryegrass tremors, and which is a neurological thing, and it can eventually kill the horse. And it has a really high mortality rate, so it's really bad. Obviously I didn't know this, but I asked the guy multiple times, like, this is safe for my horse, right? And like, this is horse quality hay. I asked him this multiple times before we loaded up the truck and trailer with it, and yeah. I found somebody who is interested in buying 5 bales of the hay that I purchased, and I explained the whole situation to them, and they understood. I made it very clear, like, why I'm selling it and the whole thing, and they're still interested in buying it. So I'm gonna go get my hay storage area ready for somebody to come pick stuff up. I'm gonna go grab some hay hooks, and yeah. I will say that I am really glad that people are still wanting this hay, but every person, I've gotten actually quite a bit of messages about it, so that like makes me feel better that I'm gonna get some of my money back. I'm selling it at $1 cheaper than what I bought it for, to hopefully have people quickly message me. I bought it at $9 and then selling it at $8. But I explained the whole situation to every person that has messaged me about it, which is kind of time consuming, but I feel like as long as they understand like the reason why I'm getting rid of it and about like the danger of ryegrass staggers, then in my conscience it makes it easier for me to get rid of it, because I would hate to sell it to somebody who thinks that they're getting hay that they can feed to a horse, when I personally wouldn't do it because of the risk of the staggers. But yeah, I'm just happy that this is working out for the best, or in the best way it possibly can. The guy that's coming to pick it up is, I think buying it for like bedding or for goats or something, so hopefully it works out well for what he's looking for. But I need to go get my gloves and then I'm gonna go out to my hay storage. So let's go. So I just got this whole area ready for pickup. I moved these 2 pallets, so hopefully we can just back their truck in right here and then just knock 5 bales in. Moved all my hay and stuff out of the way. There's 1 full bale of alfalfa underneath, half a bale of alfalfa, and then the grass hay that I was feeding before, and some of my hay bags. Over here is hay I was gonna get rid of in this wheelbarrow that's just fluff from under the pallets. And that's the bale that I broke open originally to feed her, and I just re-tied it up as best as I could. And I think I'm gonna take it into our chicken area. I've already put some over there and they really like it. So yeah, luckily I've been able to find people that want it. But just sucks, you know? It's a pain in the ass. This is now the one. So loading it into the trailer is the first time we moved the hay. 2, unloading it from the trailer to here. And then 3, me loading it again into somebody else's truck. That's a lot. Oh well. It was my own stupid that did this, so I can't complain. Alrighty, that was easy, but 14 bales to go. I have somebody also coming today at 3 p.m. to buy 3 bales. Gotta get this stuff gone. Wow. The second people that came to pick up the hay were picking it up for their chicken coop, and let's just say they were interesting. They had their 2 boys with them, their 2 young kids with them, and they're jumping all around on my hay. I have a loose bale that's right there and they're jumping on it, and I'm just like, oh man. And they're like total homeschool people, so they just don't get it. April. But I mean, they were nice. It was just really weird. But that's all right. Anything to get it sold. So we've sold 5, 6, 7. We sold 8 bales. We have just a few more to get rid of. So those people with the kids came back and bought more. Let me make sure they get out of here. Okay. And the guy's leaving right now. We shoved 3 bales of hay in the back of their car. They didn't have tarps down or anything. That is gonna make a huge mess. That is never gonna come out of that car. I did it. I just sold the last 8 bales out of the 20 bales of hay that I just needed to get rid of. And this guy paid cash. He was super nice, really easy to deal with. He had goats and he's gonna be feeding this too. And he said that my goats basically use half of their feed as bedding anyway, and he's aware of the Rye Grass Staggers and understands what it is, and I explained it to him. He said, oh yeah, that's not a big deal for goats, and if that does happen, if they do have that problem, they'll just take a pause on feeding it and use it in their chicken coop for bedding as well. So I am so happy that we just got rid of all of that, but now we're back to square one of what the heck am I gonna do for hay?